Hey guys, Roger or Taylor here, and I'm back with another Division video. And in this one, I'm actually revisiting a gear set from week 1 of the PTS, and that is the SEEKR gear set. As we know, it was ridiculously overpowered. The 4-piece talent on that was every consecutive hit was a critical hit. And you could obviously stack into crit hit damage and just make the set even more OP. And this is one of the main reasons why it changed. Obviously, in my video, I covered it and how you could have used it if it was to stay the same, but like I've already said, thankfully it has changed, and changed for the better. In this video, we're not only looking at the SEEKR and its changes, we're also going to be looking at the Urban MDR. This received a 65% base damage buff, which definitely puts the gun up there and makes it very viable to farm for. So the SEEKR originally had this for its set bonuses. For 2, it was a 10% body shot damage increase. For 3, it was a 30% critical hit damage increase. And for 4 pieces, it was after 2 consecutive shots to the body, the next shot is a guaranteed critical hit. And that's why a lot of people did spec into crit damage and then mess with this build. Because obviously every 2 shots you're going to get a crit. It makes sense to get that crit as high as possible. It's now changed and this is what we get for it. For 2 pieces we get plus 10% all resistance. For 3 pieces we get a plus 5% body shot damage. And the new set piece for 4 is after 2 consecutive shots to the body, the next headshot has plus 200% headshot damage bonus. And for that 4 piece is the main reason I went with the Urban MDR. This gear set really does cater towards marksman rifles, or if you're feeling precise and lucky enough with your aim, then you can go for any other weapon. The bonus will stay until you've hit a headshot. Obviously, if you're using something like a sniper or a marksman rifle or even a DMR, then it's going to be easier to get 2 body shots, move up and hit a headshot. That's the only reason I've gone with the Urban MDR, and the fact now that it feels a bit more beefy and lands a bit more damage. Along with 4-piece SEEKR, I went for 2-piece Sentry's Call as well. This gives me a 30% bonus to accuracy. There are, in theory, a few more other 2 pieces you could rock with it, but I only went with Sentry because it seemed suitable at the time and it's the only gear pieces I could get. Before this, I had opened about 70 gear caches to get enough SEEKRs, and I had already opened way too many exotic caches to get my hands on the Urban MDR for this video. So what do I think of the build? I personally think at the moment the SEEKR is in a very good place. I wouldn't change too much about it, but there is one thing I would like to swap out. At the moment I personally think the set bonus for 2 is just a little bit underwhelming. You're only getting a plus 10% all resistance, and if you didn't know, you can actually roll this on most of your gear now. I think it could be worth adding maybe a flat percentage to increase optimal range. It would fit in with the build and it would make it a lot more interesting and even a lot more viable for marksman builds. But that's just my idea anyway, and this is what the PTS is for, to bounce some ideas back and give a lot of feedback. As you can see, when going for the body shots, with the buff to the MDR now, it's making it a very powerful gun. You can see each shot to the body is around 43k. When we use a bonus on the head, we're getting about 173k. This doesn't include a crit. If we get a crit on the head with the bonus, it ups it to about 207,000. This is all we've ever wanted for the MDR, to make it a powerful, hard-hitting gun and rewarding when it finally drops. It can get even crazier than that. Simply popping your pulse and hitting your tactical link, you can up this MDR's crit headshot damage to about 300k. 300k for a normal marksman rifle or a bolt action rifle isn't uncommon, but for a DMR weapon with a high fire rate, it makes it a very interesting and very viable weapon to pick from. My final verdict is simply this. It's very good, the idea is amazing, but every 3 shots isn't always going to be a headshot. It's always worth trying, and like I said, the bonus does stay around until you finally get a headshot. But I do believe this is in the right area now. It's not a weak gear set, but it isn't one of the strongest. Along with the MDR, it just makes it a very interesting build. I do, however, agree with the buff the MDR received, and I'm very happy it has received one. 65% seems a lot, and it definitely feels a lot as well. The MDR is now a very good weapon to use, and it's certainly not going to be collecting dust when you finally update to 1.6 and you pull it out of the stash. But anyway guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Like I said in the previous one, I don't want to make them too in-depth, especially during the PTS, because they are bound to change at any given time. But if you did enjoy this gear set review, then let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, and if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for all future Division content. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.